welcome to another interesting and teaching time on Eco Enterprise. My name is Kemi Muyi-adeniyi. Yes, there is a table that has been set before me. You see omorogun, I'm not making amala, don't worry. But the process requires this. And we will be mixing liquid soap. I have my guest, and we are very ready to take you through the art of mixing liquid soap with shikini money, as they say. So stay tuned, and my guest will join us now. All right, you're welcome back. I told you a table has actually been set before me, and I have Tinu Olasukomi here in the studio. Thank you very much for joining us, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.
You have said we will be mixing liquid soap. This is my area of specialty. Can you see the way I hold it?
Every woman.
Amala. Let's go there. So what will we be doing with this bucket? I know this is water and the leading spoon and all the other things we have here.
Thank you. We'll be mixing between 10 and 15 liters of soap, or liquid soap. So I have here all the measurements of all the chemicals that we are going to be using. Can
I see all the chemicals we'll be using?
We have nitrosol here. It looks close to powdered milk. I have 50 grams of nitrosol here. I have caustic soda, 40 grams of caustic soda.
40 grams of caustic soda.
Yeah, 40 grams. Caustic soda looks close to granulated sugar.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. I have soda ash here that looks is granules that looks dirty white.
Okay.
Yeah. I have SLS.
What is SLS?
Sodium lauryl sulfate.
Oh, right.
We call it rice, for the benefit of people who don't want to have their tongues twisted.
SLS.
If you see it, it looks like rice. We have STPP, sodium tripolyphosphate. We have 60 grams of this too to be mixed because of the quantity we are
mixing.
Yes.
Okay.
We have sulfonic acid, not sulfuric acid. Sulfonic acid.
Okay.
If you look at it, it looks
like honey.
Like honey, yes.
Yeah.
It's this brown, deep brown liquid that looks like honey. We also have the foaming booster here.
What's that?
Foaming booster. That's what helps the
lather.
Soap. Yeah, the lather. Yes,
okay.
It does. We also have the color here. There are different colors you can use, but I choose to use yellow.
Okay, I see.
This is pink.
And then
we have
green.
So whatever color
you want your liquid soap,
depending on who you're doing the soap for, what you're making the soap for. Then we have the perfume here, the fragrance that we want to put in it. So we also have different types of fragrances that you can decide to use.
And this?
This is glycerin.
Glycerin.
Now,
that's for the skin.
Yes,
so
I brought
if
this
it's to brush.
in case you want to convert it to hand wash.
Okay.
So if you want to have hand wash, you can just add this to it.
Just the glycerin to make for the skin.
Yes, just for the skin.
Idea of the scale is to measure all the things we have.
These are just
but they're all measured out.
Exactly.
So
then you have your nose guard. We have some people who react to chemicals.
Okay.
So for those who do, is important. But before I start to mix, I just want to give us some precautionary measures.
Okay.
These chemicals, they are not to be tasted. They are not to be mixed anywhere there's naked flame. They are also not to be allowed to touch the skin.
And you shouldn't walk where children are running around.
Have to be kept away from children. This is a 15-liter bucket.
Okay.
I have 6 liters of water here.
Okay.
To start with. I could make it bigger. I could make the water more. I could make it less. It depends, because as it thickens, you can add water.
Okay.
So when you're adding...
What are we adding first?
I'm adding nitrosol. Nitrosol is a thickening agent in the soap.
Nitrosol.
And it dissolves very fast.
Okay, so let's
So when you're adding, you add, gradually, and you mix as you add.
Just the same way you're putting your powder into your water.
Powder, you just mix and add.
And keep stirring.
You keep stirring. Because if you don't keep stirring, you might have lumps.
Oh.
And yes, continue stirring until you're sure it has dissolved. Now, all these other chemicals will need to be dissolved in water before we add.
Okay.
So the next chemical I'm going to add now is caustic soda.
Okay.
Caustic soda I'm mixing in a liter of water already.
Okay.
So while I'm mixing this, I'm mixing the caustic soda.
That's multitasking.
Yes.
Can I do any for you?
Yes, please. Just do the soda ash for me while you're doing that.
Okay.
Mix that.
So what I'm stirring in now
It's caustic soda.
is a caustic
so we
soda.
make sure that the chemicals, completely dissolve in the water before we add.
Okay.
So we add gradually too. And as we add, the mixture thickens up the more. Caustic soda is the one that helps in the cleaning.
Okay.
In the cleaning of surfaces. Just continue to stir. Fortunately, we don't have any lump. This is the easiest way. There are some other ways that if you don't really mix rigorously, you'll have lumps. So we add our soda ash.
I can see it's already thickening.
Yes, thickens as it goes in the process.
I know you've measured all this out. Water is free, right? So
Yes.
there's no paying for water. But the caustic soda and all the soda ash and all of them, how much are the measurements we're using?
Actually, when we get to the market, they measure everything together and tell you your price. But with all this, with less than 10,000 naira, you can buy this to make a 10-liter, okay, let's say 15 liters, to make 15 liters of soup.
Oh, wow.
With 10,000 naira, you buy the chemicals alone. We are not talking about the bottles.
Yeah.
You're going to fill them in. We have rice to mix. We have STPP to mix as well. This is just the easiest way to go about it. It's just mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing. And
You
mixing
just keep stirring.
Yes, you just keep stirring.
So you have been warned. These are chemicals. It's not playtime. This is serious business, money-making venture. So when you've purchased all your products, as we have listed it for you, and you know the measurement, you start off with 6 liters of water in a 15, this is a 15-liter bucket.
Yes, please.
And then you just start mixing in. And then, hey, you're counting your cost already.
Yes, yes, sir.
Make sure you stir in well so you don't have lumps. Okay, we'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue the process until the process is actually concluded. Stay tuned. All right, you're welcome back, and we have just poured in our SLS, and you can see the lather is actually up. So it's good, it's fun when you're producing something and you can actually see the effect as it's coming up.
So this is the STPP,
STPP.
the sodium tripolyphosphate.
Sodium tripolyphosphate.
Yes.
Okay.
It's also another agent that helps to cleanse
Okay.
from surfaces, any dirt, any stain. So this is sulfonic acid. That's to neutralize the effect of all the sodium,
Yeah.
whatever that you have in there.
So what measurements are we pouring in?
We have half a liter of sulfonic acid to add. So as you can see, the
color has changed.
The color is changing. The thickness is thickening up the more, and the quantity is rising.
Yes.
As you can see.
More money.
Yes. Initially we used 6 liters of water.
Yes, we did.
But now, if I get measurements,
All
of
the
having-
mixtures
yes,
dissolving in water
Yes.
and all. Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be having up to 9 to 10 liters now. We're adding the foam booster, which is also half a liter.
Foam booster.
That's yeah.
And makes
that's-
it lather well.
Yes, it makes it lather the more. You stir as you add vigorously. As you can see,
It has really
It's
thickened. It's
glittering
no
in
longer the water we started out with. It's not mild at all. Oof.
can you see?
Aha. I got the feel.
So, but of course, if you feel that it's too thick for you, you could add
You
water.
thin it. But
Yeah.
wouldn't that reduce the potency of what you've done?
No, since what we have, the measurement of the chemicals is for between 10 and 15. It will take up to 15
Okay.
liters. So if you add water, it's just okay. But we have different tastes. We have different preferences. Here, we'll now be mixing the color.
Okay.
This is yellow.
And that's water.
Yes, this is water. Mixing the
Have to
color.
dissolve it in water.
It's always better to mix in water before you add, and that's why I have this spoon.
Measuring spoon.
I could have maybe 10, it depends. I could have 10 grams, I could have 20 grams. It depends on how light or how dark you want the color to be.
Okay.
As you can see, the color is changing.
Yeah.
Color is changing. So a beautiful yellow color.
Looking like egg yolk.
Yes. Here we go. Voila.
And that's that.
That's it.
Are we going to put a little glycerin?
Well,
if it's
you
going
now
to be hand
decide,
washed.
yes, if I want to, what I do, if I, instead of having to produce another one all over again, I want to make some little hand wash for my toilet.
Okay.
I just had like, to the 10-15 liters, I just had like 100 mils
Okay.
of glycerin. With this kind of business, you need a lot of measuring.
Yes. I was going to ask.
You need a lot of measuring.
What is the
100
minimum
mils.
age that one can do this business?
A secondary school child can do this because, you know, okay, now I have, what I have here, I spent less than 10,000 naira, or let me even say 10,000 naira, okay? And if the child, maybe the girl or boy wants to make this, and all those bottles.
By the time we start dispensing.
Yes, those dispensing bottles costs the maximum you can get with all these bottles. The smaller ones like this is 100 naira.
Ah, for one.
Yes, we
If
have
you're-
some that are 30 naira, we have
buying
some
like
that are 40
dozen.
naira, yes. For the secondary school students who want to do this kind of things, business, they can just buy smaller bottles, tiny bottles, plastic bottles.
Yeah, especially in this season of hand
Yes,
washing.
Yes. So I have a funnel here that
Okay.
has a sieve in it.
Okay.
Why I have this, because you never can tell, there might be particles in
Okay.
the soap, so that you don't want to supply soap and somebody is
Yeah,
telling you, there are dirt in
complaining
it and
about
all.
it.
So all you need to do is just put the funnel in it.
And our soap is ready.
The soap is ready.
Oh wow, with less than 10,000.
Yes.
So like with this now, how much can we make?
Let me just assume it's
Assume
10
it's
liters.
10.
500 mils in 10 liters. That's we'll have 20 bottles of this.
Like this?
Yes.
Wow.
20 bottles
And
of
at
this.
300 naira.
300 naira.
Three
But I
times
want to tell you
20.
that is too cheap.
Big-
If you get to supermarkets and all, you get this size for 500 naira,
Yes,
600 naira.
yes.
So let's just say this bottle costs 500 naira, and we're having 20 of the bottles.
That's 5 times 20.
That's 5 times 20.
Ooh la la.
That's 10,000 naira, which I know we have more
You
than
still
10
get more
liters.
than that.
We have, I think we have 12 liters. So let's say the 10 liters has made up for
And we
your.
can even push it up to 15
Yes,
since it's quite thick.
yes. If you now want
really
it,
thick.
since you're making it for business, you can just add water to top it up to 15 liters.
Yeah. And my business is booming.
It is.
So can you fill up that one? Let's see.
So let me just fill it and see how we go.
This is what we are gunning for. If you want it with a funnel,
You see the viscosity.
it's quite thick. Very, very
It's really thick.
Concentrated,
Yes.
really.
Actually, if you are really doing for business, you allow it to settle down. And then by the time you give it some hours, maybe like 12 hours, by the time you get there, it will be thicker than this.
Thank you very much, Tinola Sukabi, for coming on the program to actually enlighten us and teach us how to make money. When you want to make money, do not be contented with mediocre. Don't sit down there and just be complaining. I sent to my uncle to send me money. He's not sending. Hey, in your corner, do this and you make your money, sell to your neighbors. Everybody needs to wash their hands in this season.
Even schools.
Schools,
Hostels,
homes. When your child is going
churches,
to school, just give them a
mosques.
small container of soap to put in their pocket, and your business is booming. Thank you very much for watching a co-enterprise for today. Do join us another time to learn another process of making good money. Have a nice day.